Ah, Solaris. A place where you can change lifestyles if you bet on the right warrior. It was already featured in a few novels, beginning all the way back in the Warrior Trilogy. But until now, it was only a secondary location. A place to visit while the decisions and actions were made elsewhere. But not today. Today, Solaris will take center stage. Welcome to Illusions of Victory by Loren Coleman. Solaris VII is known as the game world, where entertainment is king, money is power, and MechWarriors from every corner of the inner sphere come to make war against one another in the ultimate sporting event. Michael Searcy arrived on Solaris VII as a dishonored MechWarrior and worked his way up in the ranking to become a valued commodity in the games. He knows all the moves, plays all the angles, and can put on a show as well as he fights. But now, the ancient grudges pitting warriors against each other have spilled out of the arena and are moving through the streets in an all-out war. And Michael is caught in a championship match where the winner is the last man left alive. As you can guess, the hero and protagonist of the novel is Stormman Michael Searcy. But the true focus is not him. The true focus is indeed Solaris and the society that controls the game world. The stable masters, the media, the sponsorships, and how everyone is trying to get the best slice of profit out of all the action and the entertainment. On a second level, this is also the book that presents the first shots fired in the Fatcom Civil War. It takes place a few months before the war truly started, but we can truly see why the war happened. The hatred that is boiling beneath the surface between the Lyrans and the Fat Rats, how they are on their throats, and how everything is slowly but surely coming to a boiling point. Storming Michael Searcy himself is clearly the character we follow. And he makes the beginning a bit difficult because, frankly, he is an asshole, a grifter and a hate baiter. He is the kind of person who plays into nationalism, and in some cases even racism, just to get more media exposure, to get a bigger purse for his fights, and to become more interesting for the media machine. And he enjoys this kind of behavior. I understand that that's necessary because he has a huge redemption arc through the novel, but it makes it quite difficult to root for him at the beginning of the book. In fact, you're probably tempted to have pity and sympathy for his counter, Victor Vandergriff. You probably remember the name. Back in 3056, he fought Sky Kai Liao and Galen Cox, but was soundly beaten in the arena. This destroyed his reputation, and in the years since, he lived on as a zombie. A MechWarrior too good to disappear, but without a fan base to monetize. By the way, his old buddy, Glenn Edenhofer, is also mentioned. We learn that in the years before, he had passed away and is now the late and great. Rest in peace, Glenn. Your star will always shine. In a way, the true villain, or at the very least the thing that is critiqued, is the game the media plays. The manipulation to sell stories, to promote fights, and to make a nice profit out of them. They are fueling the fire of hatred and conflict, and Michael Searcy is part of this great endeavor. Instead of mediating and watching out how the situation develops, everyone is so busy to be more edgy, more tougher, that they destroy the fragile piece that is still holding everything together. It's get even worse because the stable master of Searcy, Drew Hasek Davian, tries to purposefully escalate the situation so that the sporadic fan riots finally cross the line into civil war territory. And he hopes to gain more influence and power from such a development. Why should you take this book? As I already said, Solaris is here the first time truly a location with an independent life. We never before have seen a so thorough and close look into the game world, and if you have a deeper interest in this remarkable planet, you should definitely take the book. Because you will see the society, the build-up, and it explains it quite well and interesting. It is also important if you want to understand the basis for the FedCom Civil War. Usually we hang around with Victor or Catherine and their cronies, and we almost never get in touch with the salt of the earth people of a federated Commonwealth. But here we do, and we can see how the situation is more and more escalating, how understanding disappears and animosity grows. A development that can truly best be shown on Solaris, because while it is a Loren planet, we have Federated Sun citizens, Lorens, and the other major powers sitting next to each other. The biggest point this book makes is, of course, the critique about the role that hype and the media play, not only in advertising and selling stuff, but also when it comes to escalating conflict. It is a development that we can not only see in the BattleTech universe, but that's also a problem in real life. Finally, this is a good book and well worth a read. It gives you important context, it delivers interesting information to one of the most famous planets of the Ionosphere, and it's altogether quite enjoyable and well written. The only problem I personally see is that Michael Searcy is an asshole, and he's, especially at the beginning of the book, not really a character you want to root for. However, it is not a major problem, and of course, you will get a very nice redemption arc. So, I would say, don't be afraid, MechWarrior. Grab this book and understand more about the game world.